Hi, yes, this is your Jhansi ma'am. Today we are going to discuss shells and subshells in the atom. Shells and subshells. Shells and subshells in the atom. What is meant by shells and subshells? Okay, here to know about the shells as well as subshells, we have to discuss about one small example, that is our solar system. In the solar system, in the middle, sun will be there, and around the sun, who are revolving? Planets. Who are revolving around the sun? Planets. How they will revolve? In a fixed path. In a fixed path. So all the planets will revolve around the sun in a fixed path. These fixed paths are called orbits. These fixed paths are called orbits. Right? So similarly with this we will compare the atom now. We will compare the atom. So here in the middle of the atom, nucleus will be there. The middle of the atom, nucleus is present. Around this nucleus, electrons will revolve. Around the nucleus, electrons will revolve. How they will revolve? These electrons also revolve around the nucleus in a fixed path. We can compare this with our solar system. Right? We can compare this with our solar system. So like this. So all the electrons will revolve around the nucleus in a fixed path. Here actually nucleus will be in the middle of the atom. Okay, so this is now nucleus. It is exactly center of the atom. Around this nucleus, electrons are revolving in a fixed path. So in the solar system, we have already known about this. What are these fixed paths are called? Orbits. In the atom also, we will call these fixed paths or orbits. Here, this orbits or orbit is having another name, that is nothing but shell. That is nothing but shell. So here it is our solar system, and this is now atom. See here, nucleus is at the middle. All the electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a fixed path. These fixed paths are called orbits or shells. If you consider only one single fixed path, it is called as orbit or shell. If you consider all the fixed paths together, we can call as orbits or shells. Understood, students? Yeah. In the atom, these orbits or shells are having different names. Different names. So what are those? Means these we are representing as 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, or K, L, M, N. So like this, we are giving the names to these shells or orbits. So here, we will see the structure of atom. Here we will see the structure of atom. Okay. See here. Now this consider as atom. This is the nucleus, and around this nucleus, electrons are revolving in a fixed path. So these fixed paths already we have discussed as shell or orbit. So here in this, electrons are revolving. Now these are nothing but shells, right? So for these shells, we are giving the numbering or names. So the shell which is very close to the nucleus, this is named as 1 shell or K shell. 1 shell or K shell. Similarly, next to the first shell can be called as second shell or L shell. Don't confuse here, students. first shell. This is completely first shell or K shell. That's why 1 I have represented this side and K I have represented this side. And second shell. This is completely second shell. So this 2 shell or L shell. So L I have represented this side. That's it. Just one is right side we are moving and the side we are giving to the left side. But completely it is in the shape of circle, right? So wherever if you represent also, thus that letter or number will represent that specific shell. Now third shell, fourth shell, fifth shell, so etc. So here K, L, M, N, O. So these are the names of shells. These are the names of shells. It may be one shell or K shell. It is this shell is second shell or L shell. This is third shell or M shell. This is fourth shell or N shell. This is fifth shell or O shell. So like this, we can give the names in the names for the shells which are present in the atom. Got it? Yes. With this, we have discussed about what is meant by shell. What is meant by shell we have discussed. Next, what is meant by subshell. Next, we have to going to discuss about the subshell. Okay. Next one is subshells. Next is subshells. What is meant by subshells? Before going to discuss about the subshells, we have to discuss again one small example. That is nothing but we will discuss about your school or college. School or college. If you go to your floor, you may find in each floor different number of different number of rooms, means classrooms, right? Similarly, in the each classroom, you can find benches or tables, right? So here, in each bench or table, again, we can see the students. Who will sit on the benches? Students. So here, floor is there. In the each floor, rooms are there. That may be different number. In the each room, benches are there. In the each room, benches are there. Similarly, on each bench, 2 or 3 students will be sitting, right? 2 students are sitting, right? Yeah. Exactly with this same, we will discuss about the subshells also. So, how in one floor number of rooms are present, like that only in each shell, subshells are present. In each shell, subshells are present. Similarly, in the each subshell, orbitals are present. In the each subshell, orbitals are present. Here students, don't confuse between the orbit and orbitals. Another name for shell is nothing but orbit, means it is a fixed path. But here orbital is nothing but orbitals are present in the subshells, right? Subshells are present in the orbit. So here a lot of difference is there between the orbit and orbitals. Similarly, in the orbitals, who are present means electrons. Who are present in the orbitals? Electrons, right? So here, in the first shell or K shell, in the first shell or K shell, how many subshells are present means one subshell. How many subshells? One subshell. Similarly, second or in L shell. In second shell or L shell, how many subshells are present? 2 subshells are present. Similarly, in third shell or M shell, which is the third shell, another name M shell. How many subshells are present means 3 subshells. Similarly, fourth shell or N shell. Fourth shell or in N shell, how many subshells are present? 4. In fifth or O shell, how many subshells are present? 5, right? So here all these, here we are representing as shells, and here it is number of subshells. Here we are representing orbitals, and in this column we are representing electrons, number of electrons. So here shell name, and here in that particular shell, how many subshells are there, how many orbitals are there, how many electrons are there, right? So here in the first shell, how many orbitals are present means only one orbital. Only one orbital. Here how in each orbital how many electrons can be present? 2 electrons. In each orbital how many electrons? 2 electrons. Next, in the second shell. In the second shell, total how many electrons, orbitals are present means 4 orbitals. How many orbitals? 4. So each orbital can accommodate with 2 electrons. So in the 4 orbitals, how many? 4 to the 8. 8 electrons can be present. Next, in third shell or M shell, how many orbitals? 9 orbitals can be present. So in the 9 orbitals, can you guess how many electrons will be present? It is 18 electrons. Because already we have discussed the capacity of each orbital is 2 electrons. So 9 orbitals into 2. So total 18 electrons can be present in the third shell or M shell. Next, in the fourth shell or N shell, how many orbitals can be present? 16 electrons. So what is the capacity of electrons? 32. Next, in the fifth shell or O shell, how many orbitals can be present? 25. So what is the capacity to hold the electrons? It is 50 electrons. It is 50 electrons. It is nothing but just multiply with 2. You can get the final answer. Okay, you can get the final answer. Here, now, how we have to remember the number of orbitals, number of electrons, as well as number of subshells in a particular shell. In a particular shell. Just now we have discussed what is the total capacity, but how to remember all this? Is there any trick or formula for this? Yes, is there. So here, very easy to remember the subshells. Why? Because shell number is equals to subshells number. Shell number 2, so subshells also 2. Shell number 3, subshells also 3. Shell number 4, so subshells number 5. 4. Shell number 5, so subshells total number 5. Okay, till now it is good. But how to find the orbitals as well as how to find the number of electrons in a particular shell? Okay. Here we have one small formula. What that means? Here we will represent the shell with N as well as subshells also we will represent with the letter N. So now to calculate the number of electrons or number of orbitals as well as number of electrons, we have one small formula. What that means? To calculate the number of orbitals. To calculate the number of orbitals. What is the formula means? N square. Similarly, to calculate the number of electrons, the formula is 2n square. The formula is 2n square. See here, n is nothing but shell number or subshells number, right? Shell number or shell name, and similarly we can consider it as subshells number also. So here, to calculate the number of orbitals, we are using the formula n square. So here, in the first shell, how many orbitals are there means we have to do the calculation like this. For example, what is the shell number we are taking or shell name? First shell. So it is nothing but 1. 1 square. 1 square. So 1 square is equals to how much? Again 1. So for example, for second shell if you calculate, it is 2 square. 2 square is how much? 4. So here again 4 orbitals. Next for the 3. 3 square is nothing but 9. So in the third shell, how many orbitals are there? 9 orbitals. Similarly in the fourth shell, 4 subshells are there. So 4 square is 16. So number of orbitals easily we can get. Similarly in the fifth shell, 5 subshells are there. So 5 square, how much? 25. Right. So again, To calculate the number of electrons, 2n square is the formula. So, this one, 25 into 2 if you do, you will get the answer. Or, in detail, by using the formula, you can do like this also. 2n square, right? So, 2 into n. For example, in the third shell, you would like to calculate, right? So, 3 square, right? So, here, 3 square is how much? 9. Into before 2 is there, right? Calculate it. 2 nines are 18, right? So, in the third shell, how many electrons are there, students? 18 electrons. Have we got the answer or not? Yes, we got the correct answer. So, by using these two formulas, we can easily find how many orbitals are there as well as how many electrons are there in a particular shell, right? So, this is our today's topic. Thank you.